Happy Sunday, everybody. I'm KHOU 11 meteorologist Pat Calvin here with a look at your forecast as we get into the start of the upcoming week. The flooding threat across southeast Texas is expected to increase. Here's the latest. We are watching a system in the Gulf of Mexico, the southern Gulf out towards the Bay of Campeche, and it is expected to develop as we get towards Tuesday. So nothing out there right now, but we are expecting a weak tropical system to develop sometime during the start of the upcoming week. Now, this system is going to stay south. We are not talking about a landfalling system here in southeast Texas, or for that matter, anywhere in the U.S. We're expecting this to stay out towards Mexico, but the heavy rainfall that's associated with it will extend all the way up the Texas coast, and that will bring us our flood threat here in the Houston area as we get towards Tuesday and Wednesday. For the overnight, though, partly cloudy, dry, but warm and muggy. As we get into tomorrow, the first batch of rain from this developing system approaches the area, but it's not going to be widespread. We're talking more scattered showers and thunderstorms, somewhat like a typical summer day, maybe just a little more coverage across the area, but this is not where the flooding threat comes into play. The flooding threat arrives later Tuesday into Wednesday once that system starts to fully develop to our south, and this is where we could see torrential rainfall, and again, that flooding risk late Tuesday all the way through the day on Wednesday. Here's the latest in the tropics. High potential for this thing to develop. Notice, though, there's nothing out there right now. It's actually this batch of thunderstorms over the Yucatan that's starting to push towards the Bay of Campeche, and once it moves over open water, that's when that development starts to happen, because that system will tap into a ton of tropical moisture. Once it forms, it starts to throw waves of downpours in our direction for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even Thursday, before we trend drier towards the end of the week. So again, rain chances for Monday in the scattered category. We jump to the widespread category then for Tuesday and Wednesday before things start to slowly trend drier towards the end part of the week. So there's future track for Monday. Not a lot, but some heavy downpours are possible, but again, more scattered activity, not widespread. It's not going to be for everyone. For Tuesday morning, again, we start pretty quiet. I think the first half of Tuesday is actually pretty dry for a lot of us. A couple showers out there, but as the day goes on, those showers will eventually turn towards steady rain, and this is where that flooding risk comes into play. Tuesday evening through the overnight into Wednesday, we'll see rounds of torrential rain, a few storms, and again, the flooding downpours become a bigger potential. By the time it's all said and done, the rain totals could look something like this. The general idea is lower amounts the farther north you go. We're talking well north of Houston, up towards the Huntsville area and beyond. And then as you get closer towards I-10 in the city, we could see 4, 5, 6 inches of rain on average, meaning locally 7 to 8 inches of rain are possible. And then in these purple areas here, which are pretty widespread, this is where we could see well over a half a foot of rain. Some spots could even close in on that 12-inch of rain mark by the time we wrap up Wednesday. So a tremendous amount of rainfall on the way. The flooding risk for Monday is fairly low. It's a slight risk from the city and points south towards the coast, but it really starts to increase again as we get into that heavier batch of rain Tuesday evening through Wednesday. It's a level 3 for the city of Houston and points south for the entire coastline. Again, that's Tuesday into Tuesday night. Right now, Wednesday is still a slight risk, a level 2 out of 4 being the worst. We'll see if they increase that, though, as we get closer in time. Bottom line, though, some very heavy rain on the way for the start of the week. There's your 7-day forecast. So scattered downpours and storms for Monday, more widespread activity Tuesday, Wednesday, which will keep temperatures on the cooler side as well in the low to mid 80s. For Thursday, we go back to the scattered category and we start to trend drier by Friday, more of an isolated risk. Temperatures get back to the 90s. I think our one dry day on the 7-day forecast looks to be Saturday before just daily scattered afternoon storms return again as we get towards next Sunday.